Every moment is a chance to choose love, peace, and unity, shaping your path toward divine purpose. Louise Hay. I want you to take a moment and think about something profound. What happens after we die? Many have pondered this question for centuries, but there are still mysteries left unsolved. What if we could hear the truth directly from those who have crossed over? One person who experienced something so extraordinary that it challenges everything we thought we knew about life, death, and what lies beyond, is the subject of today's message. It's a powerful near-death experience, NDE Testimony, and it involves a revelation from Jesus Christ about the mysterious mark on our hands. As unbelievable as it sounds, this testimony will leave you stunned, perhaps questioning the very fabric of reality as we know it. It's not just another story or theory, it's a first-hand account of what Jesus himself revealed. And it's centered on something that's not often discussed but holds deep significance, something that many people will find truly shocking. It all began when a man, let's call him John, had a life-changing experience. One day, he found himself in a position that many of us fear. He died. But instead of simply passing on, something extraordinary happened. John had an encounter with Jesus. During this encounter, Jesus revealed truths about life, death, and the spiritual world that would alter John's perception forever. But there was one revelation in particular that stood out, a revelation about the mark on the hands. Now, you might be asking, what is this mark? That's a good question, and it's one that many of us have never even thought to ask. But according to John's testimony, the mark on our hands is far more significant than we ever imagined. It's not just a physical feature, but a symbol, one that ties into our spiritual journey and our connection to God. And it's a symbol that many of us carry without ever realizing its true meaning. John recounts that when he crossed over during his NDE, he was shown a vision of Jesus. And in this vision, he was able to see the hands of Christ, where the marks of the crucifixion still remained. Jesus explained to John that these marks were not just a historical fact. They were deeply symbolic, representing sacrifice, love, and the connection between humanity and the divine. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Jesus then pointed to the marks on John's own hands. John was surprised to see that there was something strikingly similar to the crucifixion marks on his hands, an M shape that had appeared over time. He had never noticed it before, but in the presence of Jesus, it became undeniable. Jesus explained that this mark is a universal symbol, one that exists on all human hands, regardless of race, gender, or background. It is the mark of our humanity, our potential for divine connection, and our ability to transcend the physical realm. It is the mark of God's creation, placed on each of us as a reminder of the divine love that surrounds us. What makes this even more shocking is that Jesus told John that the mark is not just a symbol, it holds a deeper, spiritual meaning. The mark on our hands is a reflection of the choices we make in life, the paths we choose, and the connections we form with others. It is a reminder of the impact we have on the world and the legacy we leave behind. But there's more to this revelation. Jesus also revealed that the mark is not a random occurrence. It is not something that just appears by chance. Instead, it is the result of our spiritual growth, the choices we make, and the intentions we set in our lives. It is a physical manifestation of our soul's journey, a marker that guides us toward our higher purpose. This revelation shook John to his core. He had always believed in the power of faith, but this experience took his understanding to an entirely new level. He realized that the choices he made in life were not just personal, they were part of a much bigger, divine plan. The mark was a reminder that we are all connected to something greater than ourselves, and that every decision we make ripples out into the universe. As John's encounter with Jesus continued, he was shown more insights into the spiritual world. He saw the light that surrounds us all, the energy that connects everything in the universe. Jesus explained that this energy is the same energy that we carry within ourselves. It is the divine spark, the life force that flows through us, and it is what gives us the ability to create, heal, and transform our lives. The experience was overwhelming for John, but it also gave him a sense of peace and clarity. He realized that life is not just about the physical world we see. It's about the deeper, spiritual truths that govern everything. The mark on our hands is just one small piece of a much larger picture, one that involves love, growth, and a deep connection to the divine. But the most important part of John's testimony is the message of hope and redemption. Jesus made it clear that no matter where we are in our spiritual journey, we have the power to change. The mark is not set in stone, it can evolve over time, depending on the choices we make. If we choose love, compassion, and kindness, our mark will reflect that. But if we choose fear, anger, and hatred, the mark will reflect that too. This is the beauty of the human experience, we have the power to choose. And while the mark is a reminder of our connection to God, it is also a symbol of our free will. It's up to us to decide what kind of mark we want to leave on the world. The choices we make today shape the person we become tomorrow. As John's NDE came to an end, he was filled with a deep sense of gratitude and understanding. He had been given a glimpse into the divine truth that so many of us search for in our lives. He realized that the mark is not just a symbol. It's a message, a guidepost that helps us navigate our spiritual journey. It's a reminder that we are all connected to the divine, and that our actions and intentions matter. John's testimony is a powerful reminder that there is more to life than what we see with our physical eyes. There is a deeper, spiritual reality that exists beyond the material world, and it's a reality that we all have access to. The mark is just one small piece of the puzzle, but it holds profound meaning for those who are willing to listen and reflect on its significance. What Jesus revealed to John is a message of love, hope, and transformation. It is a call to awaken to our true potential, to recognize the divine spark within ourselves, and to make choices that align with our highest purpose. The mark on our hands is a symbol of that potential, and it's a reminder that we are all capable of great things. So, what will you do with the knowledge of the mark? Will you allow it to inspire you to live a life of love and compassion? Will you recognize the divine within yourself and others, and make choices that reflect that understanding? The power is in your hands, literally and figuratively. The mark is a reminder that we are all part of something much greater than ourselves, and that the choices we make today can shape the world of tomorrow. John's story sheds light on a universal truth that can often be overlooked in our day-to-day lives. The spiritual connections we form are not just afterthoughts. They are integral to how we navigate our personal experiences. Many of us go through life without acknowledging how deeply we are all interconnected with the divine. But the mark serves as a constant reminder of that connection, urging us to remain aware of the spiritual impact of our actions. Our decisions, no matter how small, can ripple outward, creating a path that aligns us more closely with our higher self or leads us further away from it. This deeper understanding has the potential to shift how we view the world around us. For John, and others who have experienced a similar awakening, this new perspective is incredibly freeing. It's not about following a set of rigid rules, but about living in harmony with our true selves and recognizing the divine love that exists within us and all others. As John came to terms with the revelation about the mark, he understood that every moment offers a chance to choose. Choose love over fear, peace over conflict, and connection over division. In his experience, Jesus emphasized that these choices affect not only our own spiritual journey but also the collective energy of humanity. It's easy to think that our personal actions don't matter on a larger scale. But the truth is that every choice we make influences the collective consciousness in ways we may never fully understand. The mark represents this interconnectedness. It is a symbol of our potential to create a world based on higher consciousness, unity, and divine purpose.